Hello, good people. So it's about to go down. I've been hearing a lot about the Etay caramel treatment. Folks have been getting great results with their flat ironing. So I'm going to give it a try on my hair. Now, I have 4B/C hair, fine to medium texture, so it's not very thick. So I'm going to use Etay on one side, and then I'm going to use the Paul Mitchell Skinny Serum on the other side, and just see how the two compare. So stay tuned for results. Alright, so I am getting ready to shampoo my hair. On this side, I'm going to be using the Etay Caramel Treatment. And on this side, I'm going to use the Paul Mitchell Skinny Serum. So I'm just going to see how they compare with each other. So let's get started. So the Caramel Treatment is on this side of my hair. And the Caramel Treatment is more of a pre-poo. So I'm going to let this sit on for 30 minutes. And then I'm going to rinse and shampoo. At that time, I'm going to rinse and shampoo both sides. And then when I do the conditioning, I am going to go ahead and deep condition this side because I do want both sides to get equal amounts of nourishment. So I will be back. So here I am shampooing, and it does look like I'm being a little bit rough, but with the caramel treatment, you want to make sure that you do get it off really well. You want to give a good shampoo because it can leave a buildup. So I'm scrubbing here. Definitely want to make sure that I get my scalp clean, and then I do want to make sure that I get all of the caramel treatment off. Here I have shampooed and conditioned both sides of my hair. These are the results of my blowout, and at this point both sides are looking pretty equal. I'm not noticing any major differences in how the blowout turned out on each side. Hello, good people. So here I am back to give you my final review on the experiment I did with the Etay Caramel Treatment versus the Paul Mitchell. Now this side was my Etay Caramel Treatment side, and this side was my Paul Mitchell side. So as you can see, both sides, I was able to get both sides pretty straight. And that's why I was a little bit skeptical about the Etay, because I'm thinking, is it going to do any better than what I'm already doing? But both sides were, I was able to get both sides pretty straight, but I did notice some differences. And I will tell you, with the Etay, you do the pre-poo, and I do believe that that caramel treatment does have something in it that when I washed and after the wash and detangle, the Etay side was just very, very soft. Now they were both soft, both sides were soft, but I did feel a little bit of a difference in the Etay side, which is a little bit softer, a little bit easier to comb, more manageable. And then as I did the blow dry, after I did the blow dry, they both felt pretty much the same. And then I went on to the flat iron. And like I said, I was able to get both sides straight, but that Buttershine cream, it's the business, because when I put the Buttershine cream on, it seemed like it kind of moisturized. It had some type of moisturizing agent. My hair seemed moisturized. It was shiny. It didn't feel dry and brittle. On the Paul Mitchell side, there's no buttercream or anything like that. So when I started to flat iron and I looked at the differences, I did see that the Etay side looked shinier. It looked healthier. So here's where I noticed the biggest difference. On the Etay side, it was straight, it was smooth, it was moisturized, it was shiny. And then on the Paul Mitchell side, I was able to get it straight, but it was still a little bit puffy, still had texture to it. It looked dry, and quite frankly, it scared me a little bit because I didn't want to keep flat ironing on the hair looking dry like that in comparison to what I was seeing on the Etay side. So this is where I saw the biggest differences during the flat iron. So what I did to finish out my flat iron was I put some Buttershine cream on the Paul Mitchell side, and I finished out my flat iron because I just didn't want to flat iron my hair with it looking dry and brittle like that. The Buttershine does have a heat protectant agent in it, and so I went ahead and used that on both sides. The Butter Shine did the trick. When I added the Butter Shine to the Paul Mitchell side, then I was able to get it sleek and shiny and looking moisturized just as well as the Ite side. So the Butter Shine cream actually did the trick for both sides. One thing that I did notice too is that the Ite side seemed to have more body. And I have to warn you guys, this is week-old hair. I've been meaning to film this, but I have kids, so life happens. So this is week-old hair, and the Ite side seemed to have more body. It was just kind of free-flowing, whereas the Paul Mitchell side seemed a little bit heavier and a little bit weighed down, and it didn't have as much body. So both products are good, and I'm partial because I went to a Paul Mitchell school, so I'm very partial to Paul Mitchell. Both products are very good, but if I had to choose one, then I would definitely go with the Ite. It did work very well on my hair, and I have 4B/4C hair. I know in a lot of the videos, we see a lot of the girls getting their hair flat ironed with the Ite, and they have like 3A, 3B hair, and you're thinking, their hair is going to straighten out anyway. So I'm a witness that it does work on 4B/4C hair. And like I said, this is like a week old that I've had this flat iron done. But I was pretty pleased with it. I'm pleased with both products. But again, in reviewing, if I had to choose a winner, then I would definitely go with Ite.